Race 8, our feature race of the day, the first Group 1 of the new season. This is the Winx Stakes over 1400 weight for age, and they're in the yard. This mounting yard brought to you by Harvey Norman for all you need in furniture, bedding, electrical and technology. We've got 10 runners and we've got 6 individual Group 1 winners, starting with Moanga, who's a 2-time Group 1 winner, Tommy Berry, Annabelle Neesham.
Including this race last year, he's had 2 trials. He's a very hard horse to read, isn't he, without those blinkers on in his trials, and they're never any good. So, look, he's more than capable. I think he's had a good grounding, and I think he's in pretty good shape.
He's in excellent shape. He's a real man now. He's really taken that leap from a boy to a man, and he's come back in tremendous order. He can get a little bit fresh. That's just him. He's got the 2 handlers on him. He's not above himself by any means, but when those blinkers go on, he's a completely different horse, and that's how he is in the yard. So he'll run a big race.
Number 2, Stockman. He becomes a millionaire today, no matter where he runs in this field. The prize money all the way down to 10th makes him a millionaire. Stockman, Sam Clipperton and Joe Pride.
And he deserves to be a millionaire. He's been a terrific stable horse, and his wins aren't finished yet, but this is just a start-off race for him.
Yeah, it's a nice stepping stone kick-off point for him. Obviously, he's got bigger and better things later on in the campaign for him. He's a little bit backward in his coat, so this is a nice stepping stone, but we'll watch him go around.
OK, here's the horse everyone wanted to see and how he parades, how he is on race day. He's wearing those red earmuffs for the mounting yard only. It is Animo, James McDonald and James Cummings.
Yeah, these girls have got me terrified. They're out the back there saying, oh, he's kicking the place down, he's mad, he's crazy. He's an angel. There's nothing wrong with him. I want to see once the jockey gets on him. So far, so good. Look, we know he's a class horse. No, it's a funny day today as far as the pattern concerned, but McDonald's done everything right so far. We'll leave it in his hands.
Yeah, Ronnie, he was a little bit naughty out the back, to be honest, but this is a great parade for him, especially he's only got the 1 strapper on him. He's fresh, and we expected that, but for him, this is a 10 out of 10 parade, so he's better than I expected. He's really furnished. He's a beautiful type. He's a tank. Yeah, I'm really impressed with him.
OK, number 4, Profondo, Brent Navdala, Richard Litt.
Yeah, well, could this be the one? He's had a lot of work's gone into him with Richard. He's had the 3 trials. He's ready. He was coasting behind Animo in the trial the other day. We know he's talented. He's got one of those Hanoverian nosebands. It's a raised noseband. It's not like a crossover noseband, but it just keeps their mouth shut, where he used to be aggressive with his mouth open last prep. So a lot of work's gone into him. I'm very impressed with him, and I'm thinking he's going to run very well. He's
really grown up this preparation. They've taken their time to get him here. I went down the back and had a look at him, and he was really relaxed. He just stood in the stall like an old-timer, a horse that had been there and done it many times before. I guess he just needs to settle in the run, and we'll know within the first 100 metres if he'll do that or not. But there's still so much more to come from this horse. We haven't seen the best of him, and I'm excited to see him back, and hopefully he's just turned the corner.
Hillel, number 5, Willie Pike for Team Hawks.
He trialled very well leading into his first up run. He was just above himself first up. He's an improver. He's got a run under his belt now. Although I'd still rather assess him after today. I'm not completely disrespecting him.
No, I didn't see him first up, but I don't mind what I see. The dapples are just starting to come through in his coat, so he's obviously needed the run there first up. So unlike you, Richie, I'm happy to wait and see what he does.
OK, here's the Derby runner-up, Benno, Rhys Jones, John O'Shea.
Oh, geez, he was good at the end of last prep. What about when he cruised up? You thought he was going to win that Derby, but he was just beaten by a good horse. There'll be a target for him. I don't think it's today.
Not at all. He's not ready to go whatsoever. But again, like Stockman, this is a nice kicking off point for him. He'll be doing his best work late in the piece, but he'll have bigger and better things to fry later on. Rachel
King's confidence sky high coming into this Group 1. She's won the last 2 races, both Group 3s. She rides Forbidden Love for Michael Friedman.
She just looks so well, and she still looks so well. She can't run bad here today. I know she left a few feeling flat after the first up run, but she's going to just do her thing up front here, quicken at the right time, and she can't do anything but give a good sight. If
she doesn't run well, you'd be scratching your head, because the look of her in the yard, she's strong, she's powerful. There's so much to like about the way she parades. She's got the fitness edge on a couple of these nice horses resuming. She's had the 1 run under her belt now, so yeah, I'd be scratching my head if she doesn't run a big race.
Group placed 10 times, Ice Bath, and that's not including a Golden Eagle as well.
Yeah,
Kira McAvoy, Brad Witter.
She's too good to dismiss altogether. She's come in from $31 to 26 here. The blinkers are off first up. She's had two trials. Like if things fall into place for her, she's more than capable.
Oh, she definitely is more than capable. I just don't think she's primed up 100% here today to make her a pick of the yard type.
And now we get to the Chris Waller pair to round this field off. Number 10 Fangirl, Hugh Bowman.
Yeah, let's have a look at her. She's had 2 trials. She could be in for her best preparation yet. She's forward enough. There's no doubt about that. Very good winning the light fingers first up last preparation. So if they go hard enough, and it's down the way this track's playing now, things are falling into her hands.
Most certainly, aren't they? Look, she's really strengthened behind, especially over that hindquarter. She's not a horse that carries a great deal of condition. She's never been a horse that she's not a big framed horse, so she's lightly framed, but she's carrying beautiful condition, and I'm really happy with the way she's come back.
And here's number 11 Hinged, Nash Rawilla.
Yeah, she's never been a filly that carried a lot of condition either, but she's had the 2 trials, didn't do anything wrong last preparation. A little question mark whether she's sharp as a few here or she's a better wet tracker. We'll learn more about her here because she's a dark horse.
She's certainly not as sharp as a few of them, Ronnie, but I can say that she's really matured now, especially from that 3 to 4 in age. She's a really nice horse to follow into the future, especially into this campaign. So she'll be doing her best work late, but certainly keep an eye on her in a couple of runs.
Okay, just noticed Darren Beeman going on to Animo, just walking around with a strapper, and James McDonald. Chris Waller's won this race 6 times, 5 times with the girls. Winx, of course, with 3 of them. It was either the Warwicks or the Winx. You've got 2 girls here, Fangirl and Hinged. Are they up to the task of weight for age racing?
They're getting there. They're not at their peak. I think they've still got a bit of furnishing to do, and you'll see that when they go onto the track. But they're talented fillies or mares. They've turned 4. But yeah, they're fit. They're ready to go. They're good horses. Big step today.
Is one more suited to today's conditions than the other?
We always get a slight feel from the riders at home. They're good judges, riding good horses continuously, and they got a slight feel for Fangirl. But look, Hinge just raced against the older horses before in a Cornwall, and she's done well. She's beaten Fangirl plenty of times as well. So hard to split. They haven't changed a lot since they've come back. Both horses are decent horses.
Okay, good luck with both of them.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Chris Waller. Chantel. Okay, Group 1, who do you like?
Yeah, what a tough assignment that you've put me on here. I'm going to lead with Mo'unga. He was the first horse I saw when he walked into the yard. He's taken my eye. Went down and had a look at him down in the stores. He's such a man now. He's a big bull. He had 2 strappers on him when Tommy got on. He got a little bit stirred up, but that is him. He can get a little bit fresh. Animo, if you're waiting to hear about him, he just remained so relaxed, which is such a good sight. Jaron just jumped on the other side of him. He was sweating up a touch, but it was certainly really good for him. So that's a positive for the favourite. And Forbidden Love, she looked great. Tough race. Mo'unga, my on-top selection.
I'm 3, 10, 8 and 4. Let's have a look at him. No problems. We expected him to sweat up once the jockey got on board. Yeah, I'd say that's 8.5 out of 10 for him, and he'll get better next time as well. The girls were telling me he was going mental when he first got here. He was jacking up, going to the hosing docks and wouldn't come out, and he wanted to kick everyone's head in. But look, I think he's fine. I think he's fine. The market says he's fine. I was getting excited. They were telling me I'm going to get $3 before the jump, but it's not happening unless you want to be very generous late here, Muns. But anyway, he's on top. I think Fangirl's the one he's got to look out for late. I think Forbidden Love, if they forget about her up front, we'll learn more about her today because she sets up well with a run under her belt. She looks amazing. And Profondo is the other one. He's all eyes are on him. He could be a really good horse. Well, like I said, we'll learn more out of about. Look at that well-oiled machine there, Forbidden Love. 3, 10, 8 and 4. Glenn, what's happening with the market as far as the tab's concerned?
Yeah, I just can't see the confidence in any runner strongly, Ronnie, outside of the favourite here, Animo. As low as 240, a peak of 270, 280, and 280's been the best price he's been since Monday. At that price there, he's a 250 favourite now. Mwanga can't move him, and for the majority of the day that is, and you don't see that very, very often at all, but he's just sat there as a $5 chance. He did go up 460 this morning, but was made 5 about 10 past 8, and basically hasn't moved from there. Fangirl, well, as much as 750, as short as 550, she's now 6. Forbidden Love is just continually bouncing between 650 and 7. She's at $7. Hinged, well, it opened the day at 13, got into 11, it's back to 13. Profondo's the weird one here. He went up 12, he got into as short as $8.50. He's out to $16 now. You've got Halal, anywhere between 18 and 21 is currently 19. Ice Bath is at 26, and triple figures the other two runners, Benno and Stockman. But 250, your favourite Animo here for the Winx Stakes, and clear favourite, and could be a busy day, Greg, for the Blue Jackets here late.
Yes, well, they've won the previous with Zapateo. They've got Animo here, more to come. Ali Mosley is behind the gates. Let's go through them, Ali. How did Animo arrive at the start?
I'm really pleased with how he's arrived. I went and saw him out the back, and that's when he was his worst behaved. As Ronnie said before, we were making a big deal about it. But he is the best I've seen him as he tries to kick out there. That's as bad as he's got it this whole time, but he is the best I've seen him any time at all out here. He's getting a little bit warm down his neck. That is the only comment that I would make on him. Mwanga has come across in fantastic order. He's on his toes and keen to get on with things, as he always is. Forbidden Love looks great. I think she could be the horse that maybe we've all forgotten about. And then I just want to make mention as well of Fangirl, because I know that everyone said she looked great, and she certainly does. She hasn't turned a hair.
Okay, 10 runners, 6 of them already Group 1 winners, some of them multiple, of course. And there's another 4 that are group placed. Here is Darren Flindell for the Winx.
Ready, and they're racing. Animo was one of the last into stride, and Hinged and Forbidden Love were the first two out. Halal's going forward into a very handy roller, and Animo quickly improving, sliding into fourth on the inside of Mwanga. Couple further back to Profondo from Benno Stockman. 2 after Ice Bath, and Fangirl will settle back last. Halal boots through on the inside of Forbidden Love. 1,000 metres to go, and Halal's taking control by a half length to Forbidden Love. 2 lengths to Hinge third, then came Animo. Profondo caught a bit deep on the outside of Mwanga. Further back to Ice Bath and Benno from Stockman, and Fangirl 8 lengths off the leaders last of all. So it's Halal trying to stack them up by a half length to Forbidden Love. 2 lengths in third is Hinged. Animo a very handy fourth. Profondo's been 3 wide from the start. Then came Benno from Mwanga, last year's winner, a bit cluttered up coming to the bend, and Berry starting to ride the stallion up. Ice Bath the outside, and Fangirl is last, turning for home, and Halal swings in front narrowly from Forbidden Love. McDonald's got no alternative but to go back to the inside, and Animo and Profondo strides up with a big run on the outside. It's on now. Animo moved up on the inside to join Profondo, and they're broken clear. It's Animo in front from Profondo. Fangirl late on the scene, but Animo's drawn clear, and there's another Group 1 success. Animo won the Winx Stakes by 2 lengths. Fangirl second, Profondo third. Benno finished off hard from Hint, and then came Halal from Ice Bath, Stockman, Forbidden Love, and Mwanga was one of the last to finish.
Well, that is a very special achievement. He now becomes a Group 1 winner at 2, 3 and 4. The second horse to do it this century. He's in a league of his own. Animo, James McDonald and James Cummings have gone back to the inside. He had nowhere else to go, McDonald. And he scores and beats a quality Group 1 field.
He's a star. He's a star. He's going to be a... Well, he's going to be a terrific stallion at that, but he's got to get through. He's got to get right through at a Cox Plate. He could go through undefeated. She was unbelievable, Fangirl, considering they walked mid-stages there. Profondo did a few little things wrong. You'd be happy with him. Wow, what about Benno? What's going on there? Sprint Home, he's gone enormous for a stayer, but what a class act he is. He was forced back to the inside, but considering they didn't go hard, it wasn't too big a problem. He knew what he was doing, McDonald. He knew what he had underneath him.
Well, he's won a sires here at Randwick at 2. At 3, he won the Caulfield Guineas and the Rosehill Guineas. And what about his Group 1 seconds? He's run Group 1 seconds in a Golden Slipper, a Cox Plate, a Golden Rose and a Randwick Guineas. So 4 Group 1 victories to go along with his 4 Group 1 seconds and his 3 Group 2 wins. He's just class all over. Well, James Cummings, congratulations. The second horse this century to win a Group 1 at 2, 3 and 4. He's a star.
He's a proper horse, isn't he? But it's just a great result for the team, and I'm a bit surprised. I'm upset about it, but he just means a lot to us, and it's a pleasure for us to have a horse as good as this back at 4. You know, got a great team around us. That we say it all the time, but it should go without saying, really, but you can see the effort that's gone into this horse to get into this level, and to have him back every prep is amazing. To talk to the boys at the conclusion of his preparation last time, you know, it's to have the confidence in us to keep going with him, that we feel like we can lift his value, lift his reputation. It's Group 1 win number 4, and you know, you can't help but feel like, you know, he's well and truly stamped himself as the horse to beat in anything he runs in this preparation.
It's so significant, isn't it? Ray pointed out in the Telegraph this morning that the last horse to win at 2, 3 and 4 in Group 1 was Show a Heart, and prior to that was Octagonal. And that sort of puts things into perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah, like, you know, without an international horse, this horse might have won a Cox Plate, a Caulfield Guineas, draws a gate and a slipper. He's won a slipper, you know, far out. Like, name me a colt that's not far off going to stud that's done that. So he's just he's like our dancing brave, you know. He's like a pretty special horse to have him work.
When do we see him again?
Oh, we've got plenty of time to wait and see how he is, pulls up. We've got spoiled for choice. There's so much on the table for a horse like him, but yeah, he's a wonderful horse to have in training for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed in Australia, and a great advertisement really of what we can do with the farm and with the stables we've got. He's seen every stable, and you know, all my assistant trainers between Dizzy, Reg, Sean, Paul Reed, like they've all had their hands on him, and it's great to see him flying, coming back with form like that at 4, and hopefully the preparation unfolds as beautifully as it did there for him in this first up run.
We can see what he means to you. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
James Cummings. What about James McDonald?
Wowie. What did you make of that?
Yeah, he's a superstar. He's a lovely horse. Dare I say it, I think he's definitely got better from 3 to 4, which obviously some can and some don't, but this horse, different horse. He's a lot more alert. He's not so babyish now. He's putting it all together. As that was a great performance of a horse that's just obviously improving. He will only get better as he gets on as well. So I don't have enough words to say about him in terms of speak highly enough of him, because he's just an absolute beautiful horse, and lucky to strap myself to him.
Where do you rate him? You've ridden some good horses. Can you rate him right up there?
Oh, he is. He's always oozed quality from day dot. His size win was superb, and it was the best feeling I've had in a race, in terms of he was 3 back and he peeled out and just accelerated, and he put 4 or 5 lengths on a field, which was pretty impressive. But to do what he done today, obviously he's been prepared beautifully with 2 trials, and he was here to win. And but I say there's more to come. I reckon we're just touching on. It's great to see Godolphin keep this colt in work, because I think he's got some big targets ahead of him.
It's scary to think just how much more there is.
Yeah, well, I think so. I think this prep is just going to be the complete package of him. You know, like even last prep over 14, he was getting the job done, but just getting there. When he won by 10 lengths in the Rosehill Guineas, he wanted to lay in. Like today, he went straight as a bullet, and he was there for me when I wanted him to, and arguably in the worst part of the track. So he's a superstar.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
What a Winx Stakes, Sanamo, a champion, and that is the 8th.